Hello everyone, I'm Josh. I'm back with another video for NacoaUK, talking about my experiences of being the child of an alcoholic. And so today I wanted to talk a little bit about how being the child of an alcoholic left me with a feeling of not knowing who I really was, like a lack of self. And recently I've been reading some things and I've been kind of looking into exactly why that happens, why, you know, as early as I can remember, I never really knew who Josh was, which obviously left me very, very confused and left me in a situation where I was really unable to make proper, meaningful relationships. And I want to get into a little bit of why that is. And as far as I can see, when I look back to when I was a child, when you have such an unpredictable home and you have such an unpredictable family life, it's not always the case that every single day is sad or every single day is bad, because obviously we have periods of sobriety or periods where my dad was like a happy drunk, and so the moods were always all over the place. And so as a child, what I learned to do was scan, and by that I mean is, whenever I came into the house or into the room or wherever it was, I developed the ability to realize what was going on, and because escape was something that I always done, and I kind of learned that to be happy, as I said before, was to pretend that bad things wasn't happening. It left me in a way where I had to mold the world into making me happy, rather than processing the world the way the world affected me and being able to be happy in that sense. So what I learned to do, like I say, was to scan the room. I'd be able to scan the mood of my mum, scan the mood of my dad, and even scan the mood of my brothers, or anyone in life, is what it eventually developed to. And what that meant is, I actually developed the ability to almost read people's minds. And okay, that might be a little bit over the top, but what I mean by that is it's a behavior that I took into my whole life, because the family home as a young child is where I learned my life skills and I learned how to deal with everything. And so I took that into everyday life, and without knowing it, when I went to school, in the classroom, I'm doing exactly the same as I was doing at home. I'm scanning, and this is all really quite subconsciously. It's not something I was aware of at the time. But what I'll be doing is I'll be scanning the social situation or the classroom, in the playground and stuff like that. I'll be scanning and working out exactly how I need to behave so that the people around me could make me feel good. And if you can see the link there into how that would make me lose my sense of self, I'm never ever putting myself in a situation where I'm being me. I'm finding out who Josh is, I'm finding out how I express myself, I'm just finding out how the world wants me to be. And so in that, my sense of self is gone, or is never really fully created. And so when I take that into my adult life, and I take that into the way that I am when I start getting meaningful relationships in my teenage years and young adulthood, and I'm talking about meaningful friendships, meaningful family relationships, and obviously partners and things like that, again, I'm just scanning, and I can still, I still today can see myself do it. If I put myself in a new social situation, my first and initial thought is to be liked, and so I don't set about using my good traits. I set about scanning the room, I've taken the vibe, and I read minds. As I say, that's being a little bit over the top of exactly what I do, but I became very, very good at reading people's body language, again subconsciously, and reading people's faces, and working out very, very quickly exactly who I needed to be for this person to like me and therefore make me feel good about myself. And so yeah, and realizing this stuff, as I always say, has given me the ability over the last few years to really look at it and practice being myself, practice being Josh. And that, you know, has been a process over the last few years, because I've had to put myself in social situations. And when you take away that trait of reading someone's mind and being who they want me to be, and just being Josh, it leaves me very, very vulnerable at the beginning, and it leaves me with a feeling of being very, very frightened. And that's where this anxiety comes from in social situations. Again, an anxiety that I was very, very good at hiding, because I knew I needed to be the character that I was playing to benefit from being liked. So yeah, that was just been bouncing around my head today, so I've came home and made a video about it. I hope it makes sense, and I hope we can, at least somebody out there can relate to what I'm saying. So as usual, the website and everything's up there, and I just, you know, the more and more I talk about this stuff, the more and more I'm finding myself being freed from this, you know. And so I'm just urging people to, like I say, you don't have to make a YouTube video. That's why NacoaUK's here, you know, just chatting about stuff. You know, the amount of times speaking about stuff to other people, I just get more and more freedom, you know, and I get to find out who Josh, the person I always kind of knew was in there somewhere, but I daren't bring out. So yeah, thanks.